religious leaders present, I am delegated, like I've already told you, by the President of the Republic of Uganda, and I bring you greetings from His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. He knows that you are here. Gathered for a purpose. And of course, peace, security, and tranquility can only come in a nation when we put everything we have to God. Let me read his speech. I thank the Archbishop, Stephen Kazinga, and the entire Interreligious Council of Uganda for organizing this meeting of faith leaders during the 11th African Regional Forum on Sustainable Development. Throughout history, the region has acted as a precursor for enlargement and development in many parts of the world. The spread of the gospel has not only spurred the spiritual and moral transformation of individuals and groups, but also the elevation of communities from a creeping state of ignorance, disease, and social backwardness. Therefore, I want to thank faith leaders gathered here for your active participation in efforts to trigger the development and social economic transformation of Africa. Africa has been praised for her abundant natural resources. That is to say, the fresh water bodies, arable land, minerals, rich flora and fauna, a good climate, etc. However, most parts of Africa have remained underdeveloped because our people have not been sufficiently mobilized and educated to follow the command which God gave to mankind in the book of Genesis chapter 1, verse 28. That command says, be fruitful and multiply, fill the world and subdue it. Have dominance or have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the air, and over every living thing that moves on earth. God commanded man to establish dominion over nature. Underdevelopment is the inability to tame and harness nature for our own benefit. Development is the transformation of the natural resources into goods and services to satisfy everyone's needs, and also have a large export surplus. Therefore, our people should be awakened to their original duty of developing the earth in a responsible manner. You should begin by encouraging their believers to work towards increasing household incomes by selecting a profit-making enterprise in the 4 sectors of commercial, agriculture, industries, services, and ICT. This will transform them into creators of jobs In Uganda, we now have the necessary economic base. That is to say, the good roads, electricity, ICT infrastructure, security, to mention but a few, that are crucial for lowering the cost of doing business in an economy. However, the NRM government is telling Ugandans that development alone is not enough, though it must come first. Development is a collective good for everyone. It must, however, be translated into jobs and wealth for the families in order to be meaningful. As a result of the wealth creation campaigns, Uganda has transitioned from being a land of shortages to a land of plenty and surplus. There is surplus of milk, sugar, bananas, etc. The internal market of 46 million people is no longer enough to consume the different products of our wealth creators. And they have found market in the region, the continent of Africa and other parts of the world. Therefore, it is possible to achieve the prosperity of Africa if our people are effectively mobilized to participate in production, productivity, and profitability in the 4 sectors of commercial agriculture, industries, services, and ICT. Finally, I once again thank the faith leaders who are taking part in this event and wish you fruitful deliberations for God and my country. Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, President of the Republic of Uganda. I want to inform you that I got this speech while seated there. This is the 4th function I'm attending. The side event of former heads of states, the gender side event organized by the Ministries of Gender, which was somewhere there. Yes, I'm telling you how far we have gone today. The Ministers of Finance have got a side event, and now I'm going to officially close another side event of science and technology, and then I'll call it a day. I want to thank you for your prayers. I had not prepared for this in any way, but I'm so grateful that the President has found it fit that I come and present him here. And I also want to thank you for accepting me to be part of your event. With those words, I'm told this is ending. Not yet. Okay, with those words, I wish you fruitful deliberations. Now I request that you allow me go for another event. And this has marketed Uganda